Well, I have to say, what the hell is going on? I don't have anyone but myself to blame for myself being in the position I'm in. No one at all. For it's all in my head. The beautiful thing about it all being in my head is if I say it out loud, I'm fucking crazy. I am crazy, right? But it's not illegal to be crazy. I would like to think of myself as more of a creatively speaking, of a creatively thinking, of many ways to make ways to work my way around the way of the fact of the matter of the fact. Well, I am now in a world where I live in my head, but this world actually lives outside of my head as well. But outside of my head, it does not want to admit it as well. For outside of my head, it's all fakeness of a fake, and no one will admit to nothing, even though they know what they know and they know what they are doing. It's so funny. The limelight, a limelight. A spotlight. Spotlight's like a star, like Jim Carrey. He's a spotlight. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone stops, wants to talk to him, say hello, right? Myself, I'm in the limelight. I guess, in my own head, I'm famous in this limelight. But no one will ever say it to my face. For everyone knows what's going on. Everyone understands what's going on. Everyone's a part of it. But no one will admit to my face. See, basically, my point is I live in a world where basically, it's a Truman Show mixed into a North Korea reality of a of a basically it's a shit show, and I don't know what to think about it because really the only person in this fucking world that I look to for truth. Um, all I know is if I speak out loud, she calls me crazy, but it's not illegal to be crazy, and as well as I know that she knows, and she definitely does know, for she is simply the one that, I mean, think about it. If you think, I mean, Etruscan Smile is just a fucking joke. I grew up on the Etruscan Drive. What the fuck? I mean, that right there paints a picture by itself, within itself, and I never questioned it until recently, which I find very funny odd, as I had a natural ability to ignore the paranormal. For what it's worth, I always never put too much thought into it. And, well, I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna switch hands. But I never once put too much thought into it, right? So all I know is that all the signs were there. I ignored them. For instance, how about the fact that, well, um, Savage. Okay, that's one thing, right? Penny the dog. Oh, that's one thing, right? And we got the movie. Um, what about? Hmm. Well, all I know is through time, of a time. Well, from what I understand through the voices in my head, as soon as my parents made way to the door, exactly 3 years after I left shy of ever talking to them at all, 3 years, right? Uh, that's when supposedly my family jumped into the heads of Kristen and the kids and Raymond as well, and that's when the real gaslight began. For instance, I mean, it's an old family tradition, right? The gaslight effect, the gaslight house. Basically, you put your fucking well, it's not even you for the most part. It's your family working for you. It's a spirit world. It's your family's, right, and they're putting you through hell. So I got my family as well as Kristen's family putting me through hell, and vice versa, but more so myself. And well, Kristen knows everything, right? She's so enlightened, she doesn't know what to do with herself. And myself, I just am not no, what to think. I never even had to think about it. Think. All I know is I used to think, and Kristen would listen to me think. She knew everything I was doing. Basically, I would give myself up for the simple fact of the matter is that she could hear me think, and I would think everything, and well, I had an interesting thought pattern of a process that was very interesting to herself. She thought it was funny, a fucking joke. Best part is I think the kids can hear me think too. I know they can. Well, anyways, that's besides the point. Uh, Once Uncle Kenny and hopped in the head, because this is before I was unlocked, right? And when I was unlocked, I was an experiment, right? And basically, my unlockment meant a broadcast, a mind broadcast, where I could broadcast out to the world through the satellite. Because now I live in an age where the satellite can connect to your head, connect to yourself, and they use me as a fucking as a tool, as a hub, where my father's been waiting his whole life for me to be unlocked that way. he can use me to talk to the world and to have global politics with people and hang out in their heads. And basically, he sinks into me and then accesses someone else's mind, and then uses me as like a cell phone almost for your mind. And before that, he wasn't able to do that, because before that, he could only hear people think and talk to people or think to people in basically a distance of maybe across the street. And that was a big thing before I was unlocked. It was across the street was pretty far. Phil's enlightened. I have to say he's very enlightened, so enlightened. What he likes to do is he likes to get into the system and burn the place down from the inside out. And basically, the old school way of doing this is you have to look at the person. Once you look at the person, you can have like a person like Uncle Kenny who's passed away hop in their head, right? And once they hop in their head, they're in, right? And so they go in with the person in their head, and they go into the facility like a jail, right? And then all they have to do is it's more than one person, not just Kenny, because it's a operation, right? They got Stan, you got Frank, you got lots of people, right? Anyways, so they hop in the head, and then they go into the jail, and then they start working their way between the COs and the inmates, and they start shit shows. And they find out what the people are thinking. They go through memory lane, and they basically find out what's going on. And then they they start some shit. And they usually have a person that they use to basically like myself. And I was that person. But anyways, this is what they used to do. That's how they got in people's heads. They would have to go into it. And all you have to do is get in. That's how you get in. And then you work your way around. All I know is when I was in jail, the whole jail hated my fucking father. They fucking hated him. But at the same time, they listened to everything he said. Oh, that's okay. It's my son. Go ahead. Like, test him. He's a king. See what he's made of. Test him. Let's test him. See what he's made of. He claims to be the king. Let's see if he's really the king. Test him. Let's see what he's made of. He didn't speak like that. But anyways, my father thought it was so funny and unique because people didn't have to do these things. All I know is they listened to voices in their head, and once they listened to the voices in their head, guess what happened? They would do it. And at the end of the day, Phil would say, you didn't have to do it. I may have told you to do it, but why'd you do it? That was you. That's on you. That's your game. So that's how Phil likes to play his game. He's sick in this world. He lets people do what they do and sees what they do, and basically handles it accordingly, right? And there's a few individuals like Malkovich, who's a good man, and he wouldn't fuck with me, who wouldn't tell me the wrong time, who wouldn't give me a hard time, who wouldn't fuck with me. And people like that, Phil truly looks at and is so honored by the fact that we have people like that left in the system. For Phil is a person of many people that holds the system accountable from inside out and inside in, and works his way out, and no one knows he does it, and he's so fucking good at it. And all I know is that he finds the questionable intentions, and he makes sure that they are held accountable in appropriate measures, in appropriate ways, inappropriately.